Hey guys, VR&R back today, and today we're going to be getting on a pretty exciting video. We have this 1977 Arctic Cat Pantera 5000. It was last registered in 1985. Has it ran since then? I don't know. We're going to get right into this thing, and we're going to get this thing running, and we're going to take it for a rip. Hope you guys like it. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and jump right into this thing. Surprisingly, the seat is in very good condition. It's really filthy. This whole sled is really dirty. We got the back compartment. Oh, it looks like we actually had the lid. Probably broken, but we'll see if we can fix that. What kind of hidden gems do we got? We got some yarn. A bag of some sort. Oh, that's our clutch bolt. I'm pretty sure that's our clutch bolt. We'll keep that safe. Anything else? Ooh. Some trash. Just some leaves. Alright, let's dig right into this guy. So this is a 5000, so this should be, yep, a Suzuki Spirit engine. Looks like we got a single carb version. Yeah, it's missing a choke. Fuel lines actually feel okay. I mean, it's not mounted or anything. Looks like somebody tried to get it running at one point in time with a bottle. So, missing the air box. Uh-oh. Clutch is off of it. Hope that's not ruined. That's probably why the bolt was in the back. Some weird stuff going on here with the... We got some missing bolts. A little janky. Somebody must have been in here recently, because that clamp is very new looking. That manifold and that wire. Oh, look at these spark plug wires, guys. I don't think that's good. I have a replacement coil we're going to go ahead and put on this thing immediately. So, but yeah, let's, exhaust is missing the springs. Oh, at least we got a belt. Okay, just go ahead and get this right out of the way right now. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and clean all the leaves and everything out of this guy. Well, what a mess that made, guys. Maybe I should have did that before I dragged it in the garage. It's okay, it's just leaves. But, alright, well, first things first we're going to do is we're going to pull that spark plugs out of it. Throw a little bit of oil down the cylinders. This is so ghetto, guys. Don't ever do this. I'm joking. Yeah, it don't smell so good. It smells like old gas. They don't look bad though, I don't see any rust. Alright, I'm just going to spray a little bit of penetrating fluid in here. Alright guys, let's try turning this thing over. Uh-oh. Our recoil is not engaging. Oh. Oh, alright. Turns over alright. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she's got compression. We're gonna have to rebuild that recoil though. That recoil is dying. So let's get on testing some spark. I've got some very low hopes for that coil. Alright guys, I'm not even gonna bother with that coil. I'm gonna go ahead and replace it. I actually have a spare one, so we're gonna go ahead and get on to replacing that coil. Got my replacement coil. I know that this coil is good. Came off a running snowmobile. So. Alright guys, we got our new coil installed. Well, new used coil. Let's toss our plugs in and see if we've got spark. Alright guys, it does not look like we have spark, so I'm going to go ahead and double check and make sure all the switches and the key switch and make sure the CDI box is hooked up, and then I'll get back to you and see if we can get spark. These machines are very simple. There's only a couple wires that you need to have ignition, so alright guys, well I checked all the switches. I made sure that we have a good connection in the CDI box. I know this is not a factory CDI box, but it should be fine. So let's see if we have spark now. Oh, I saw something. I saw one little spark. That tells me I got a bad connection somewhere. Nothing, guys. Something tells me that there is a bunch of rust on our flywheel. Maybe our pickup coil is corroded. I'm not totally sure, but something tells me we're gonna have to dive in. I gotta rebuild that recoil anyway, so I think we're gonna go ahead and start getting into this side of the engine, the mag side of the engine, and we're gonna see what's going on in there. So, but with this snowmobile, it's got these aluminum rails in the way, so I'm thinking the next point of attack is going to be, I think I'm gonna have to probably pull the engine out of this thing. That's the only thing I could think of that's gonna work, because the clutch is already off of it, the exhaust is already off of it. So what's holding me back? 4 bolts, and I could just unscrew that, pop the carburetor out. Yeah guys, we're gonna go ahead and pull the engine right out of this thing, so let's get to it. Alright guys, I tell you what, that was a lot more of a fight than I thought it was going to be. Usually pulling the engines out of these old cats is about 2 minutes worth of work, but since this has this weird aluminum guard all the way around the engine. I've never seen this before on other sleds and other cats. This is the first time I've seen this on a cat. But it's very difficult to get to these bolts in here with a wrench or ratchet or anything. But I think she's ready to come out. I had to pull the recoil off. I had to pull the exhaust manifold off. But I think it's ready to come out. So I'm going to go ahead and try and yank this thing out. I gotta be careful where I step. Woo! She's out, guys. That wasn't fun. As you guys can see, motor's out, and this will give us the opportunity to grease all our tie rod ends to our steering and clean all this gunk out of here. There's a quite thick layer of gunk on the bottom of that belly pan. So let's go ahead and get this motor up on the bench and start tearing into it. There we go. Here we go, guys. There's our motor, our 5000 series Arctic Cat, well, Suzuki. .85mm stroke, or 65mm stroke, 70mm bore. Crank seals look to be in pretty decent condition. Like I said, guys, this is missing a ton of, there's bolts sheared off in the block right there. We're gonna have to get those out because these tins are very important on these engines. Looks really clean in here. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start digging into this on the mag side and getting into that flywheel, see what's going on in there. Alright guys, well we're in here And I'm a little bit concerned now because it actually looks really, really good in here. I don't see a speck of rust or anything. So I am not totally sure if we got a dead stator or a dead CDI box. But I don't know. I'm going to pull this out anyway, and I'm going to clean this up. So we'll go from there. Guys, when you're removing Phillips head bolts from any Japanese manufactured engine, especially from the 70s, they like to use these Phillips head screws. And if you do not use a JIS, Japanese screwdriver, you're going to round them out. I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to round them out. So make sure you get a good set of these JIS screwdrivers. They fit perfectly. You shouldn't have any issue. You shouldn't even have to hammer them unless they're rounded out already. See, look at that. No problems. You won't ever strip another one of these again. Look at that. See that? Doesn't have to be hard if you have the right tools. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this off the rest of the way. Alright guys, there's our stator. I'm gonna have to look up a book, test the ohms on this. It looks to be in good shape. Doesn't look like the crank seal is leaking or anything like that. But it could even be something just as bad as this pickup coil. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this pickup coil off too. Well, alright guys, I guess I'm gonna have to conclude today's videos here, because I don't want to have the video 1,000 hours long, so we'll have to be making a part 2. I'm gonna have to get online and do some research and see what the availability of these are, and also see if I can get a resistance reading and just to test it out, because something tells me these aren't the easiest to obtain, and they definitely don't. I'd be surprised if they make new ones or not, but we'll see. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying the series, and have a good night.